All right. So I should be audible on the stream.
Yep.
Can you hear me on the stream?
I don't have the facility to go with that right now.
I do not have the screen on for right now, but let me check.
I don't have an extra device currently.
Okay. I can hear myself on the stream. Okay. Okay. So I pulled this up. Okay. So how?
Audio should be good.
Yeah. No. It's audible.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. I can hear it through myself. So. All right.
Good.
Here we go. So. Oh, I need to start recording. Okay.
Yep, that's in the middle.
All right. So, where we left off. As you can see, some things have changed. Where we left off before, we were doing an air test, and now apparently liquid has spawned inside the computer. So, we also have some of my friends here on Discord. So, we're going over basically what happened in the time span of several days. So last we left off, what was it, part 8, right? Yeah. So on part 8, we were doing an air test with our XT hardline leak tester. So I'm going to show this. So I was using this before to air test to check for air leaks through these reservoirs. So what happened, we found out, was during our testing is that there were very small air leaks. Over the course of like 9 hours, we pumped it up to 0.5 bar on the leak tester and let it sit for overnight. And it was around 9 hours when I saw that the needle dropped a very little amount, but it did drop. So, and then we spent a few more days running a few more leak tests, checking, like, trying to figure out where the leak is happening. And by taking out some pipes, like some pipes in the back, some pipes in the front. But what we found out is that the air pressure test, or the leak tester for air pressurizing the loop system, is that it's meant to really check for immediate leaks as well as major leaks. It's meant to stress the system. You don't really need to run this air test for an extended period of time. The only thing you should really be checking for, at least from what my dad and we've experienced, is checking for fast leaks or like major mishaps, things that would like make the pipe like just burst off its fitting. Things like that. It's meant to stress the system, put it under a load for not like, I don't know, like an hour, right?
Well,
like
I think what we discovered was that, like with the air pressure test, when you pump it up, if you get a fast leak, that means you got a loose fitting or you forgot to put an end stop in. That catches that before you fill the system and then have a major gusher all over all your electronics, right?
Yeah.
So if you pump it up and it holds the air, then you let it sit for 9 hours. If you get a small leak, it's probably a micro leak because that's the stress test, right? Mm-hmm. You're stress testing the system, and if it's a slow leak over 10 hours and you only changed like 0.1 or point, I don't know what the readings were. Where's that, the gauge, Arthur?
It's underneath the table.
Is it loose or where?
No, it's inside the box.
So we pumped it up to 0.5 bar, right? So let me read this gauge. So we pumped it up to 0.5 bar, and so if it changed something like 0.05 or something less than that, 0.05 bar over 10 hours, that's probably not indicating that you're going to have a liquid leak, right?
Yeah.
It's a stress test. It seems to be a test that gives you a lot of confidence that you're not actually going to get a leak.
Yeah.
You know, so if it changes 0.05 bar over 10 hours, it's probably not going to leak, right?
Yeah.
So then you go on to the next step, and that is you fill it with the fluid.
Distilled water first.
Yeah.
You want to flush your system with distilled water, and you can dye. I would recommend dyeing the distilled water as well, and letting it run for several hours. Of course, you want to put paper towel everywhere, so you want to put paper towel where all the fittings are to catch any leak, and to make sure that it's not leaking. And you have to watch it. Like, put a reminder every 30 minutes, like stay there for the first, while your loop is running, stay there for the first hour, watch it. Then after that, put like a timer every 30 minutes, come back, just check, make sure that it's not leaking anywhere. And then, do that for like 4 or 5 hours? Because after that, it
let
shouldn't
it run
really
for
leak.
4 or 5 hours. And then the other thing too, that as you fill it, you have to be careful because, you run the pumps to run the fluid through, right? You run the pumps, it pushes the fluid through, the pumps empty out, and then they're running dry. So you got to add more fluid, right?
Yeah.
So you fill the system. In this case, it took 2 liters. This system takes 2 liters of distilled water initially. You put the dye in, the paper towel, and it didn't leak. So even though the air pressure test showed that it had a micro leak over 10 hours, you ran it for 4 hours with fluid in it, circulating, pumping, and it never leaked.
Yeah.
Right? So the interesting thing that we saw was that the system runs with 0 pressure. So when it's got fluid, there's no pressure in the system. When you air pressure test it, you put in 0.5. That's like pumping up a basketball.
Yeah.
So you pump it up like a basketball. You do the stress test. It's pressurizing the seals, and it's looking to see if you have a leak through the seals. But normally the system doesn't run under pressure.
Yeah.
So if you only have a micro leak over 10 hours, it changes 0.05 bar. We ran it with fluid for 4 hours, pumping, and we didn't have any fluid leaks. So I think that even if the air pressure test shows a micro leak over 10 hours, the odds are you're not going to have a water leak. That's what we discovered.
So yeah, and we did, of course, the first test with distilled water with the blue dye for, it was like the 3 to 4 hours. Then we drained it. We went through the whole drainage process. That was one heck of a process.
That's like disassembling the whole system and reassembling it.
You disassemble it very carefully. So what we did, and we'll show this as well, because I have to move this to my apartment and we'll have to drain it, then refill it with coolant there, and we'll show that, because we just wanted to get a hang of the process before showing it. But basically, what we do is, we first start off with our ball valve down here, and I'll take the camera because I have to show this more carefully. But give me a little bit. I need to put this on my thing. There we go. Okay. So put this like this. Let's see. Okay, that's a good view. Okay, so basically how we figured out with the drainage is right here. We have a ball valve right here. So this is where we were able to fit it, at least. So we start off by loosening our stopper down here. We have a stop gap or whatever, I can't know what they call it.
It's like an end stopper, but it's a ball valve, and then in the end you put in the stopper just to be absolutely sure that the ball valve is sealed, right?
Yeah. Then we let that drain until no more water comes out. You want to take off the rubber stop gaps or rubber stoppers here as well to let air into the system while you drain it. Then comes the difficult part, where after no more water is coming out of the ball valve, you want to, how our system is, we have to take, water will be trapped here. So what we need to do is we need to unscrew this, take this out, and because of air pressure, when the rubber stoppers are on top here, and due to air pressure, while this is closed as well, the water here will not come out. but it will come out of the pump.
Well, yeah, so the important thing to note here is that you want to make sure that this fluid level is drained all the way down as far as possible. Because if you were to unplug it here, then all this water is going to come gushing out through this point. Because the water seeks its own level. So it's going to drain all the way down and come out through here. So what we found is that when we unplugged it, this water column stayed. And the water that was a little bit higher than here just dribbled out a little bit from here, because you have to tilt this angle away in order to disconnect the pipe. So you tilt this away, then the water came out here, and there was a little small puddle at the bottom, which was not a big deal. But you don't want this to open up when you got this much water, because it's just going to come gushing out of this angle right there. So, and that's another point, something we forgot to mention, is that when you're filling it, if you have this stopper out and this stopper out, and you want to run the pump in order to drain the water and start to fill the radiators, the radiators up here and the radiators here, you run the pump. This pump runs a little bit faster than this one, and because this one has to pump a lot of fluid all the way through the radiator system, right? So it's got to go through the graphics card, the two radiators on the top, then the CPU, and then the two radiators on the side, and then back into this one. So this one runs a lot faster than this one. So if you leave these two off and you turn on the system, it starts to pump. This fluid level rises very quickly.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're going to come gushing out of this hole. So when you're filling the system and you're going to run the pumps, plug this hole and plug this one, then run it until they drain out, or this one drains first. Once
this one will drain first. This one,
Yeah.
This one will drain first.
Yeah. And then once this one's just running dry, you turn it back off, take this stopper out, refill it, and then run it again, pump some more water through into the radiators, and then you have to do it until you get 2 liters put in. Once you have 2 liters in, that's going to be this level right here. So all the radiators are full, the entire system is full, and you're at this level, it's got 2 liters.
Yep. And yeah, it was. Then we filled it with coolant. We let it run for another 4 hours to do like another leak test before we brought it up here. And now we're going to do our first boot. So we plugged everything in, and we're ready.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. Now is the. It's the find out. It's the find out stage. So.
One thing I think is worth mentioning too is that
Oh, music is too loud in the background, I've heard. Okay, so we'll lower it. There.
yeah.
I believe it should be better now.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
Oh,
Yo, Nathan.
hey, I think you're lagging back then.
No, it's the stream delay. That's just how it is.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so another thing that I thought was worth mentioning, is that you have this handheld pipe bender, and it takes time to heat the pipe and bend it, but the handheld bender doesn't work very well, especially when you have to do intricate bends, like 3 bends, 3 90-degree bends.
Yeah.
The handheld tool doesn't work. So it's worth spending a little bit of time to build a pipe bender out of wood. That way you can actually measure properly, and you can get the 90-degree bends in the right location relative to each other. And you're much more accurate in getting, say, from a straight radiator connection into an angle iron going into the CPU through 3 different 90-degree bends, right?
Yeah.
It becomes much more accurate. So I'm happy to say that with that little wood tool that we manufactured for bending the pipes, we actually got it right almost the first time.
Yeah.
And then it only required some minor adjustments in order to remove the stress on the joint, because the the pipe was slightly off by 2 mils. And in order to get it in, you actually had to push on the pipe, which put stress on both fittings.
We're referring to this one here that goes from the radiator, the top radiator, into the CPU. This pipe right here. We had to bend this a little bit this way because it was too extended out that way. So it was putting pressure on this fitting right here. So we had to bend it this way so it would go directly in. Because with this hard tubing, you need it to just go directly in, or else it'll put pressure on the fitting, and then it could cause a leak.
Well, it'll put more pressure on one side of the fitting than the other, and it could create a weakness in the joint.
Yeah.
So that one we bent it to compensate for the 2 mils. It was off by about 2 millimeters. So we figured out how to bend it correctly and pull it into the exact location that it had to be. And so I think with the wooden tool that we created, we were accurate. We could be accurate within, I would say, 2 millimeters. Then you test it, you see how much you're off, and then you just bend it slightly more. And we were dead on. This one we were dead on, and then this one going from the CPU back through the radiator, we were also dead on. So it's worth spending 2 hours or so coming up with a wooden fixture in order to bend your pipes correctly.
And one more thing we'll mention before we do the boot is that what we found, our problem child, the thing that took us, the reason why we've been gone since when I did part 8. This is part 9, by the way. So part 8 was on Friday. I think it was Friday or Saturday.
I think it was Saturday.
Saturday night, probably. It was Saturday, probably. What happened was that our problem child tube was there's the camera. This one right here. So the issue with this one is how the bend works. So the bend comes out of the CPU, the outlet goes up 2 bends, goes straight up, back outwards, and then twists towards the top radiator. Oh, there's that air bubble.
I see that, yeah. I was looking at that.
But what'll happen is it goes into the top radiator, and how it's bent into is that the support, the tube is not really being supported too much going into the radiator. The only support it has is when it's put in here to keep it in place. But then when you're pressure testing with air, we found that this tube would just pop out from the radiator, and it was just due to the pressure. And what we found a good way to kind of fix this when you're pressure testing or stress testing your system with the air pressure pump is that you want to rub both ends of the tubing, especially clear tubing, because clear tubing is very slippery, while the satin transparent tubing has the fittings will have better grip on it. You want to rub both sides with rubbing alcohol on the pipes as well as the O-rings and the fittings, because then it'll create a temporary lubricant as well as keep it dry, and it'll have the fitting have a better hold, better grip on the tubing.
Well, what the alcohol is doing is it's removing any oil off the pipe that you might have gotten there from your fingertips, from handling the pipe, oil from your hands, and then any residual oils that might be on the O-rings.
Yeah.
So the alcohol removes all the oils, and it increases the amount of friction between the smooth pipe, the rubber seal, and then when you tighten it, it squeezes it a little bit. But by removing the oils, you have more friction. It's going to tend to hold the pipe into the seals better.
Yeah.
It'll grip it. And then when you do the stress test with the air pressure, it doesn't pop out. So I would say that passes the test, right?
Yeah. All right. Are we ready? Would you say we're ready?
I don't know. I hope it turns on. Is it plugged in?
It's plugged in, all right. Everything is plugged in. Everything is plugged into the motherboard. We have the front panel. We have our 2 USB 2.0 extenders. We have the power to the motherboard. It's on the stream, Nathan. And then we have the what's that? The USB headers on the front. we have the extra power to have fast charging on the USBs in the front. We also have extra power to the PCB boards for both PCIe slots on the motherboard for heavy graphics cards like this. And then we have the pumps, all the fans daisy chained together, and everything is into this 1600 watt power supply right down there. And fun fact, right? The wattage on like a regular circuit or outlet in the US is only 1800 watts, right? Mm-hmm. So this needs its own circuit.
Well, but it doesn't mean that that's what you're gonna draw.
Well, yeah, it's not like I'm gonna draw 1600 watts, but
Yeah.
theoretically.
But the funny thing is, the next step beyond that is 220 volts.
Yeah.
So
Watts or volts?
volts. You're gonna need 220 volts to run this thing. Pretty soon it'll be like a dryer,
Oh, jeez.
clothes dryer.
Okay. We have.
What keyboard do you have plugged into it?
I don't.
Oh, you're gonna need a keyboard. And a
I
mouse.
know, but I know I have my keyboard and mouse there. Okay. So
what are you gonna? How are you gonna transfer it over?
I have the USB sticks.
Do you need a separate keyboard?
First, I want to see if it boots.
All right. Well,
Then, if it boots, then we have the BIOS because we have our monitor right there. We're on this. This is my. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming off of this PC right here. This is my old one, and we're streaming there. That's the monitor for the new computer, and here we go. Okay. I need you to record this on my phone. I need this. I need this as a memento for me. Hey! Oh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, man.
yeah. But
All right.
you didn't give yourself a way to do anything with the computer yet. So you're gonna turn it on, and all you're gonna see is a bunch of lights.
Okay.
And now you can't do anything because you don't have a keyboard.
Well, no, I have the USB sticks in this computer. I just have to detach them and put it in.
So you're gonna lose control of this one.
Okay, I'm not even touching it though.
I know, but it's streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
I
whatever.
can just go get the regular cables if I need. But anyway,
You're the boss.
Okay.
It sounds like drum good.
here we go. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay. We have the power supply plugged in. We have everything plugged in. We have our display port.
You're gonna flip the switch. It's gonna send power to
Yeah,
it,
yeah, I
but
have
you
to-
still have to go turn it on. Right?
I know. I'm gonna flip the switch.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. I flipped the switch. So now it has power throughout the system.
I see the lights turn on back here.
Where?
On the back panel. There's two lights right there.
Oh, we need to plug in Wi-Fi, by the way.
But you don't have a keyboard. What good is the Wi-Fi gonna do?
Okay, well, let me just get it ready. We'll have to plug in the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi
Should I
antenna.
Stop recording.
Should we do it now?
Wi-Fi 7.
We should probably do it now.
I would do it all now. I get
Okay,
the keyboard, get a mouse. I'm telling you.
Man, I just want to do
I know you just want to turn it on.
Yeah.
But
Here,
Monitor.
put this in.
you got the monitor. You just don't have a keyboard or mouse and no Wi-Fi.
I just want to see if it boots.
I know you do, but do it right.
On 30 and down. Yeah,
What is this?
It's your Wi-Fi stand.
Oh, it's a Wi-Fi stand. Wow, that is cool.
They sharpied something out. That looks like they sharpied something out. The light bulb.
Okay.
Does it work?
How do you plug these in?
I think you just push them straight in, right?
Oh, that is way nicer than the other one. Okay. So the Wi-Fi's in. That was easy.
Latch it in.
Pretty sure it's a.
Is that the right way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't live. Now I'm live.
Put it up
I
there.
was wondering why you're standing around.
Oh, that is a strong magnet. Oh my god. Okay. The Wi-Fi is plugged in.
Now you need a keyboard and a mouse.
Okay.
Oh, I see lights on the CPU.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Arthur, don't run around and trip on a cable or something. Go.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go get it. I'll go back.
Quick.
It's gonna blow up.
I know. It's gonna blow.
Oh Oh no!
What does it say?
Minus 10.
39 degrees C. CPU fan, it says, is already running.
Oh no!
It says your fan's already running.
What? No,
But
they're not.
I know. Why does it say your fan is running?
Away.
CPU. I don't know. I think that's just a placeholder.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What are you doing? Are you gonna plug into? Where's your keyboard?
Right there.
Are you gonna get an error on your other computer?
No, I just have to plug it back in with the cables.
Yeah.
Not in a
Well, it's fine.
That's it.
Let's hope it works.
Probably not like real bad.
That'd
Okay.
be a good test.
Is having
I don't think you can have two keyboards.
No, I can. I did it for work. I can do it.
One keyboard for two computers?
I just switch between them. It can switch
okay.
easily.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Are you all ready?
Wait.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
How do I turn that back on?
Oh yeah, it'll do that.
Alex and Sarah are studying.
Okay. Here we go. The grand reveal.
Wait, let me get.
This is the moment that has taken us 9 working days to get here. 9, by the way. This is the 9th. Technically 8. Or more, actually, because we only recorded. It's been more than that, right? Because we left out Sunday. What was it? We left out Sunday. And today's Monday. I don't know.
Just do it.
Whatever. It's been like a week and a half to 2 weeks. So. All right.
You better do a ritual. You should pray.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
No? It's lagging. Why is there no light? Why is nothing happening?
So
Am I lagging?
not all the fans lit up. Those fans aren't running.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's cooking. Oh, I see it now. Oh, I was lagging. Oh my god, that's thick. That's thick. Look at that.
The pumps
Look at
are
that.
running.
Look at that.
What's on the computer screen?
Nothing.
That was only a couple $1,000.
Okay.
You don't see anything
Is it
showing
working?
on the monitor?
I think I'm supposed to plug it into the motherboard instead of the GPU.
Oh, the monitor's not showing?
I think I have to plug it into the. I don't know why the fans aren't spinning.
I mean,
Well, the
there's
front
other
ones are. Well, kind of.
Well, these must be because they're lit, but there's a set
No,
of
you
fans
can
over
you
there.
can see through here that they're not spinning.
Oh, these are not spinning.
Okay, let me plug this. Unplug from the
Light malfunctions.
GPU into the CPU or the motherboard. It doesn't have a. Okay, well I guess it doesn't have one.
No, it's obviously thinking. I don't finish.
Oh, that's not. This is stressful, man.
I'm gonna stop this so we can look at it. Here's your phone.
Okay, now we have. This is where the interesting stuff begins.
Why did you plug it in that one?
Because look on the motherboard. There's no other ports. It's just USB-Cs, USB, flash BIOS, clear, comms.
What's this one?
That's HDMI for the GPU.
An HDMI?
Yeah. 3 displays, 2 HDMIs.
Is the monitor on?
Yeah.
Plugged in?
It's plugged in.
How do you know? Oh, I see a red light there.
Cause
Does it have multiple channels?
Oh! I have to.
It's doing something.
Oh!
It's the BIOS, no?
MSI performance
Is that not the
preset.
BIOS?
Oh my.
It's the.
What does it say? Warning down at the bottom.
Damage caused by use of your AMD processor outside of specification or in excess of factory settings are not covered under your AMD product warranty and may reduce system
Overclock it.
stability.
They're asking you to overclock it.
They're telling us not to
Just do it.
overclock it.
PBO enable. What's that?
Enable.
It's
overclock.
auto. PBO auto.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is all this?
This is the
There
motherboard.
you go.
Okay.
Now the question is why the fans aren't running.
Well, you must have.
That you'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, that's. That's a tough one. Those fans are running.
Oh no, the so we have the front radiator fans running. None of the top ones are running. Two over there are out, and the back ones aren't running.
Okay.
Boot error. Check problem. It says
You don't have Windows.
No, it says here on the motherboard.
It worked. Why's my stream lagging?
But how does it a boot problem if you see it on the monitor?
I don't know. Okay, so
See, this is what I'm saying. You're going to be up all night.
The best part, debugging. Let's go. Sorry, I don't know if we can call it. It worked. It turned on, but
so memory
yeah.
AXMP1. Not sure what that is. LED controls, ERP ready, debug, code, LED control. Okay, these, yeah, see, look, this is where I want to put the, this is where I'm going to put Windows on the M2_1. So I have to come back here and disable these other 3 SSDs.
Okay. But what did it say on when you scan that QR code?
It brought me to support.
Nice.
It just brought me here.
So it's not
Not
telling
even
you
human
what the problem
support.
is.
Yeah. It just told me to come here to the
Is there a problem code?
I don't think so.
So look up boot error. That's all it tells you. Maybe it's just telling you that you haven't configured it yet.
Well, that's what I would think. Because we haven't, like, done anything. So
do you know how to install Windows?
yeah, but I want to make sure everything is configured first. So let me pull up.
What's fan fail warning control?
Where does it say that?
Temperature unit.
Where did you see fan fail?
Right there, easy on off. Or it's highlighted right now.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, fan fail warning control.
But I don't think that's anything. Those fans are really quiet.
I know, like I said, when you have like such a big cooling system, they're not going to have to run hard. It's going to be the quietest computer you've ever heard.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand your devices. Those, well, the USB expanders.
I'm pretty sure once I install Corsair's, I would think when I install, at least I think when I install Corsair's software, it would run everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, they're slowly being detected. See, look, 2 more
Oh.
picked up.
Well, how's that working?
I don't know. And now they're running. That's odd.
Are you sure that those weren't lit before?
Yeah, and they were not lit.
1, 2, 3. How,
They
so
put
how,
a chessboard on there for some reason.
do you have a limit on channels?
No,
Well,
I
how
only
would
have 8 per side.
How would it even know?
Like I have these. So these 2 are connected, and then the other 2 are connected.
Okay.
So they're connected.
So how is
underneath.
it possible that if those others are on one channel that 2 aren't lit?
I don't know.
They're part of the daisy chain.
I know. And it's 8 per side.
You had the interconnect in, right? Shit. I hope you don't have to take them.
No,
Fans
what do
apart.
you mean? They're all connected underneath here.
Yeah, but you had connections in between the fans, right?
Yeah.
And those are in there?
Yeah, they're all in there.
Okay. Okay.
I will be back.
I hope.
No, not I hope.
I mean, like,
That's why, I don't know.
maybe I am missing them, Dad.
How could that be possible, Arthur? It's not possible that you're missing them. You assembled it, right?
Yeah, they're probably missing them.
Well, get it running for now. You know, because you're gonna have to disassemble it and drain it anyway. I wouldn't do it now if 2 fans aren't running. Forget about it for now. Try to get it set up and running. And then when you drain it to take it to Chicago, you can check it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, the issue is that. So, we have 4 fans not getting power. So
Where for?
2 up here and then 2 down through there.
Okay. But none of the other ones are running, right?
Yeah, the
Are
top
these-
ones are not running.
How do you know they're not running?
You can
can't
see
them.
the top. You can see that the top here. They're not running.
They're lit but not running.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And these aren't running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Well, I don't know if you need to stream all of the diagnostics and troubleshooting. It would get really boring, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe the right thing to do would be to spend the time, now that you've got it working, you turned it on, diagnose it,
Yeah.
you know? And that'll be the next, once you have it all set up and working, then you do session 10.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, this is where the fun
It's
begins.
expected.
Yep.
You're gonna run into issues as long as you don't fry something.
Well, I mean, at least we got it booted to BIOS, so that's a big step. Now it's just configuring it and then downloading Windows and setting it up. So, but yeah, currently there are 2 fans not powered in the back there, and then there's 2 fans up top here not powered right over here. But the issue is that the top fans here are not even running, and neither are the ones in the back. But these ones, the ones in the front are, they're running very quietly. All the fans at the front are running. Not in the top, and not in the back.
It must be missing a driver or something.
That's what I was thinking as well.
But the other thing that worries me is that you forgot to put that interconnect in the fans that are not lit, because
Yeah.
they should be lit. This is the only thing that would not allow those fans to light.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll be back then. Later, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but this was just to show that it boots and stuff, so... But yeah, we'll be back later explaining how everything works and stuff, and when we got it working correctly this time. But yeah. Alright. Thanks for joining, and yeah, we'll be back for part 10 when we figure out how to get this thing working. Alright, I'll see y'all later.